keep up
Never
with
thought
this
about
Puff
that.
thing and see what really happened. You know, I grew up with Puff too. I'm from Harlem, you know, born and
Yeah.
raised. You know, me and him used to play in the house together. He's older than me by like 6, 7 years, but
Oh,
his
beautiful.
mom and my mom was friends, and his mom used to do my mom fingernails. She used to do nails and stuff like that. So he used to come over with her to the house, you know, be stuck having to play with me when we were children,
Uh-huh.
you know. So I knew him as that. I ain't
I knew
never
them
known him
also.
as no adult, you know. When I grew up and he became famous, I used to, you know, wish that I could run into him, you know, but now that it all worked out and I see all of this, I'm kind of glad, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, that didn't happen like that, but I pray for him and
Yes.
I pray for all of us. I think one of the major mistakes that we're making is the marriage thing. Why is Puff 56 years old still having freak offs?
Okay, so how I look at men in life, everyone's individually what they
Hmm.
are, even as a young lady, getting ready to start dating. You have to watch what type of man that you want. Now, there's some women that have appetites too, and that are the same way. There's some women that get married and still need to go and have a freak off with some young boy. So everybody has their type of sexual intake they are. There's the balanced couple that loves marriage and everything, and then there's the guy who he's taking care of all his kids.
Hmm.
He does right by his kids as if he's married to every little individual mom that is dedicated. Like, he praises the kids. His new baby that just came out, Love, like, he's popping them out. Popping them out, and it's just like, where'd that come from?
They did have a new baby.
And it's like, where did that come from?
Hmm.
But, like I said, when a young lady is dating, there's some men that have appetites, they're men that like their lobster, but sometimes they want fried chicken and Italian. So that's just an appetite of a man. So, he's in that business that gives you that cockiness where you could have the world. So, I just could say where, I've, just even with J Lo, when he was with J Lo, that was a situation, you know, just knowing the background of J Lo and who was her manager, and she was always dating in a situation style, and doing her career, So I'm not mad at Puff. I'm just
I'm not mad at him
at
either.
him, just where, not to say mad at him, but just to say there's something. Okay, just imagine he does get married, but then he's always gonna have his woman bitching. Just to say Beyonce and Jay Z, you gotta be a strong bitch to be married to Jay Z. I grew up with these niggas. I've been
Yeah.
around these niggas. Yes, Jay Z was one telling Tata, leave that bitch alone, because I was never the one to play pussy and get fucked, because these niggas
Hmm.
just wanna fuck. And being Beyonce and knowing who Jay Z is, that nigga is still a nigga at the end of the day. That nigga is still popping ass and doing that, and you have to be a strong woman to be in that type of. And there's some women that is doing everything for that. She's a fucking millionaire. They want what they want, and you gotta suck it up. Some people can't take it, like the other rich country singers. They be going through it and crying and divorcing all over the place. Not Beyonce, that bitch, and they, you know, but I know, yeah, that all that shit is true where they fucking off, and Beyonce the one who sings her song and what they going through in their relationship. That shit is real. That's some people make these artists make life off of their music and their lives. That's what helped them write. When she be talking about pink lemonade and is Becky better than me and all that, that shit is real. Beyonce's going through it. And I mean,
Yeah,
I
I mean, he
hate to
said
say,
it. He had said it on his album.
you know.
You
I
know.
mean, just to know, like, we niggas, like, we
Hmm.
know how these niggas is. Niggas ain't gonna change because they a superstar.
Hmm.
He's still a real nigga at the end of the day. And she's just loving life. But at the end of the day, she's a bad bitch, so she could do anything she want to do. So at the end of the day, rich motherfuckers don't be happy, and she's still, because she grew up where hotness is just hot, so she taking it in. I mean, who knows if she got her own thing on her side, and we just don't know. That's why she don't give a fuck.
Not the personality he is.
So, but then Beyonce be looking bugs sometimes.
Personality. I mean, that's just from the outside looking in, but not that type of personality.
Talking about Jay Z wouldn't have it.
Some dudes is, they're very possessive.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could tell that.
I've seen where a man is going to be a man, and you got to be a tough woman to be.
He probably had your head take off for her.
I mean, it goes into, so it goes back into where this whole thing came up with them having the orgies and threesomes and him watching Puff fuck her and all.
No, I don't believe that.
Well, I look at that part as if it was true, because they are a height where they're swingers. Like, there's dedicated married men and women swingers, where there's a lifestyle where what if he does get turned on watching her fuck someone? You never know. So that's the only thing where that's a real thing in society where people,
it is.
You know. So I mean, in my younger years, my friend was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you to this place. It's gonna be every fantasy you'll ever dream of." Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, I'm a hard bitch. It's very hard to impress me, so I don't know what you're talking about. So of course he takes me to an orgy spot, but of course it was that time of the month. So it was like you can't surprise. However, went in there. So there's this couple. They're like, da da da. So he comes up to me. I'm like, I'm not a good one. So he's like, stop! Don't tell nobody. Just chill.
Yeah, just chill.
So I'm like, all right. I probably ain't gonna say that. So end up, long story short, we get downstairs. There's a cop. He's like, what's going on? Bugging out. So he ends up getting that wife. And the husband is sitting there. So the wife is there. He's fucking the wife. So the husband is like, come on over here and just chill with us. You'll have just chill with us. So I'm sitting there chilling. So the wife is like, honey, tell him to stop. Tell him to stop. And he's like, hey. And my friend,
what the hell?
My friend was like, saw him telling. So he went crazy, like, I'm not stopping now. He's like, hey, dude, stop. After he got it, he was like, after he finished, he was like, oh, I didn't see you.
Wow.
So yeah, so some people, that's a lifestyle where they could have a high sexual intake where you never know. Jay Z might like watching her fuck off. You never know. So just stating. However, if that's true, it's really people mind your business because they're adults.
No, I dig it.
If that's their thing, they're adults.
Yeah, I dig it.
Nothing's wrong with if Jay Z and Beyonce is fucking off in front of Puff or whatever. They're adults.
No, completely, and we should mind our business. It's when it gets into the children and
yes, that
the
part.
other fuckery stuff,
So are they defacing him? However, that whole thing that came up with the private planes and the young girls, where it's just like,
and the trafficking stuff. I didn't even know what trafficking was in the sense that they say it is until now.
Right, they're saying it like that. However, when you made the point saying like when we were in high school and you saw the 15-year-olds going off with the drug dealer niggas, it's sorry, at a young age, you want what you want.
Yeah.
And yes, these 17-year-olds be wanting what they want, and it's a lifestyle and certain stuff. So it's like a thin line of, okay, the girl know what's better. She know what's right and wrong. So why is she even there? She wanted to play. You got to be careful, but he wasn't. It's the airplane. They taking paperwork. He fucked up.
Yeah.
He could have just did it wherever he was with some young chicks or whatever.
I think if you 30 years old and you 25, any of that stuff, then you sleeping with a 15, 16-year-old girl, I think you're foul.
Yes.
So that's just where I'm at with it. I think you're foul.
In that matter, yes, he's foul because I would die if my young daughter.
Exactly. You know.
But I was young once, and well, at 19, I was not playing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you couldn't tell me nothing. However, because it was a certain lifestyle, you know, I grew up with my mother on drugs. So I was the mom. I was on another level of you had to come correct if you were a man or whatever coming towards me. So I dated older guys because I couldn't deal with the youngness. And it was because of the stage of life I was in, you would say, of my maturity.